Hello everybody, today you'll have Unit 1, Around Town, but Lesson 2. Let's start. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to know the meaning of some new vocab, use some verbs followed by certain prepositions, which sometimes we call them phrasal verbs, get to know about some suffixes, and we will know what do we mean by suffixes, complete a fact file, which is an important point in our lesson, and at the end we will learn some information about antonyms and what do we mean by antonyms. The first new word, is the word monuments. What do we mean by monuments? We mean things like what we have in the pictures. Not monuments, we mean sphinx, we mean pyramids, we mean temples, museums, all the things that old people left for us. So the ancient Egyptians built many monuments to their pharaohs. Monuments. Now the word run through. Run through. What do we mean by run through? Yeah, going through certain information or certain presentation or a speech or something like this. Going through. Try to read. Have a look at this thing. So can you run through the main points of the presentation? Yeah, just know what are the main points. This is going through them. I need to run through my speech before the conference. Just have a look at them, go through them, just to remember them. This is run through. Another word is around the corner. Around the corner means not far away. It doesn't mean the corner itself, but it is the meaning is not far away. So if I say there is a restaurant just around the corner, this means that there is a restaurant here near this area, is not far away from us here. Traffic. If you look at the picture, you can see, yes, so many cars. The road is so crowded with cars. This is what we mean by traffic. So we say there was a lot of traffic on the roads this morning. Okay, the road was so crowded in this morning. The road was so crowded this morning. This is traffic. Pollution. Yeah, what do we mean by pollution? As you see, black water, just we let it go through the river, or some rubbish, they throw these rubbish into the river, or this black water, it's something coming out of factories or something, so it caused the river to be polluted. This is the pollution. It becomes polluted. So the pollution in the river, what does it cause? It's causing the fish to die because the river is polluted with these rubbish and these kinds of water that's coming out, or materials or things like that are coming out from factories. Pollution. The Natural Science Museum. What's the Natural Science Museum? If we look at the pictures, we can see some skeletons, some animals, or skeletons of animals, or things reserved in a museum, but it is a science museum. So it's a museum that collects and displays, yet let people see objects. But which objects? Yes, objects having scientific interest, very important for science, for scientists. Okay, so this is having objects having scientific interests. Okay, so it means very important objects that are related to science. We keep them in this museum, and it is a natural science museum. Nature reserve. Nature reserve. What do we mean by nature reserve? Look at the pictures. You have this part or this area of in the sea, yes, with coral reefs and rare and very nice fishes, okay, that we cannot see them in other places but in this place. And also this area or place or area of land, it's an area that has some of the things that we cannot see in other places, and even this one too. So the nature reserve, this is an area of land that is protected. We protect, we keep them in order to keep them safe. What do we keep safe? The animals, plants that live there. Animals and plants that live there. Why? Because they are rare. We cannot find them in other places. They are rare. They are only found in these places. Nature reserve. Go shopping. What do you mean by go shopping? Yes, if you go with your family, with your friends or something to buy things from the market or from the shop, to buy some clothes, some food, this is go shopping. Yeah, we can say I usually go shopping on weekends. On weekends, we go shopping on weekends. Go shopping. He looks like his father. Yeah, what do you mean by looks like? If you look at this picture, you can see two cartoons. Yeah, one of them say, one of them say you are me, and the other one I am you, because they are the same as each other. They look like each other. The same features, the same body, the same everything. That's why they look like each other. And the same with this boy and his father. So they are the same hair, the same color of hair, the same features, their face are the same, and everything. So this boy, looks like his father. He has the same features and the same everything, just like his father. Looks like. Here we have two words, lots of and a lots of. And as you see, they are equal to each other. They are the same. Lots of or a lot of. They are the same. The only difference is that lots of is informal, but a lot of is formal. What do you mean by informal? This is something friendly. We use it with friends, with people, with anyone. But a lot of is formal. This means that we use it if you are at work, for example, you use it with your boss. If you are at school, you use it with the headmaster or with your teacher, and so on. Okay, but they have the same meaning and the same usage. Both are used for countable plural and uncountable nouns. So we use them for countable or uncountable. But with countable, we use plural nouns or plural countable nouns with them. She bought lots of eggs. This is lots of, which is informal. Okay, and we use after it the word eggs. What is it? It's a noun. And is it countable or uncountable? No, it is countable. Plural or singular? No, it is plural with this s at the end. Okay, lots of eggs. They have a lot of meetings. They have a lot of meetings. Yeah, so a lot of, we said that a lot of is more formal. That's why we talk about business or work or something. So we say meetings, a lot of meetings. Meetings is a noun. And is it countable or uncountable? Yes, it is countable. And with this S, we know that it is also countable, plural noun, meetings. He earns lots of money. He earns lots of money. Okay. Money, yeah, uncountable. This time it is uncountable. We use uncountable also after lots of or even a lot of. I have a lot of time. Again, time is uncountable and we use it after a lot of or we use it after lots of. Okay. Yeah, now these two words are very important. Interesting and interested in. Interesting, they are similar, but what's the difference between them? We use interesting to describe something, and you can put this sign, this ing, as a sign just to keep it in mind. So interesting, which ends in ing, describes what? Something, which ends in ing too. So the book, the book, the book is something, it's not someone. The book is, yeah, interesting, interesting. Now we say interested in. Yeah, what can you notice? You notice that interesting without a preposition after it. We don't use a preposition after it, but with interested we use the preposition in. Very good. So interested in, what do we use it for? To describe someone. We use it to describe someone. So we say she is interested in this book. She is interested in this book. She likes this book very much. So she is interested in this book. What do we describe? Do we describe the book? No, no, no. We describe she. She is interested in this book. So interesting and interested in. A fact file. Yeah, what do we mean by a fact file? The fact file is a short report that lists all the important information on one subject. So we have one subject and we talk about this subject with some important information, and then we need to put this information in a fact file like this one. You have this small paragraph about this horse, and then we will just pick the information from the paragraph and put it in this fact file. So animal, what kind of animal does the paragraph talk about? The horse. Number of legs, let's see how many legs. 4 legs, so 4 legs. How it moves, yeah, walks or runs. We just put information, we don't use the complete sentences. Okay. And then skin, what about the skin? Yeah, it has hair. Yeah, so we say hair over the skin. Feet, yeah, hard feet. Tail, made of hair. Okay, made of hair. And that's it. So this is the way that we fill the fact file. This is the way how we fill the fact file. Now we will try to complete the fact file about Alexandria. Yeah, you have this fact file. If you read this passage, let's read it quickly. Alexandria is the second largest city in Egypt. It's a popular tourist destination and also a major industrial center. The city lies on the Mediterranean Sea at the western edge of the Nile River Delta. People usually called it the Bride of the Mediterranean. Area city 116 square miles, 300 square kilometers. So these are the fact files. and it is about Alexandria. What it looks like, what Alexandria looks like. It's a large city, famous for tourist destination and industrial center. Where? On the Mediterranean. What is it called? Bride of the Mediterranean. And the area 116 square miles, 300 square kilometer. So we just put the information in this table or in this fact file. We also have some prepositions of time. What are prepositions of time? We use them to say when you do things. When you do things. The time that you do things. For example, we say, I will meet you on Monday. On Monday. Here we use the preposition on before day to tell about time. The party will start at 7 o'clock. So here we use at plus the hour that the party starts at. So at 7 o'clock, at 10 o'clock, at 7:30, and so on. She was born in 2000. She was born in 2021. So here we use in before year. In. Again, we use in. We usually go on vacation in summer. So in plus season. Season like what? Like summer, winter, autumn, spring, and things like that. So in summer, in autumn, and so on. Again, we use in before part of the day. Like I like to go for a walk in the evening. And we can also say in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. But with night, be careful, we don't say in, but we say at night, without the article the. We say at night. Okay. Again, we have my birthday is on April 15th. On plus day. No. How we say day? April is after on, and April is a month. No, but here we mean we are looking at this day, 15th. So we talk about this day. That's why we say on 15th, on April 15th. Just the same way as we say on Monday. It's a day too. That's why when you say my birthday is in April, we say in April. Now we are looking for this word. We are interested in this word. We are talking about this word, this month. That's why we say in April. But here we are talking about the day, 15th. So that's why we say here in April, but here we say on April 15th. Okay. So now we can note that we use on before day, on Monday, on before day, April 15th, on before weekend, on the weekends, as we said before. Okay, so all these sentences or all these cases we use, in all these cases we use on. When do we use at? At 7 o'clock. And at night, as we said, at night. And when we use in, with year, with season, with part of the day except night, and with month. Be careful about these prepositions of time. They are very important. Now we have some verbs with prepositions. Sometimes we call them phrasal verbs. Okay? Now the verb that we have is live. We sometimes say live in. When do we say live in? If it is followed by a city. Like I live in Alexandria. I live in Alexandria. Large city or any city, yes. So I live in Alexandria. But live at comes before a specific address or location. Oh, how? Yeah, we say she lives at Talat Harb Street. So the street, if you talk about the streets, we say live at specific address or location. So we say live at. But if we talk about the city, we say live in this city. Again, we have some other words or some other verbs with reach. The verb reach, we use it without any preposition. How? Yeah, if you say they reached the top of the mountain. Yeah, they reached the top of the mountain. They went to they were going up till they come to the top of the mountains. This is they reached the top of the mountain. But we say arrive with preposition, arrive in, okay? And again we say arrive in plus city or country. As we say, we arrived in Ismailia at 5 p.m. Here we use arrive plus in because we talk about Ismailia, which is a city. Again, we say arrive at. Arrive at, we use it with small place or certain point. If you say they arrived late at the party, this means that we use arrive at because of the word the party. It's a certain point or a small place. You can say they arrived late at the party or they arrived at the party late. Okay, so we use reach without any preposition, arrive in plus city or country, arrive at plus small place or certain point. We also have suffixes. The suffixes are verbs. Sometimes it's verb or noun plus IVE. What do we mean by suffix? These are suffix. The IVE, the group of letters that we use at the end of some words, some nouns, some verbs, some words, we add the group of words, any group of words that we will have today. They are some of them, yeah, we will have some of them today. So if we add certain group of words at the end of other words, some group of letters at the end of some words, we have a different meaning or another meaning, change the meaning, we change the meaning and we change the form of the word. For example, this IVE, we add them to verb or noun, and they give the meaning of showing quality, okay? And the IVE turn the verb or the noun into an adjective. Let's see some examples. We have the word act, and then we add IVE, it becomes active. It's an adjective. Attract, okay, and then we add IVE, it's attractive. It's an adjective too, okay, and it shows the quality of this word. Attract, how? Attractive. Act, active. Another suffix is FUL, and we add it at the end of a noun. And what does it mean? What is the change or the change of meaning that it adds? Yeah, it means full of, full of. And FUL for an adjective from this noun. So if we add the noun plus FUL, it becomes an adjective. Like what? Like beauty, it's beautiful. Peace, it's peaceful, and so on. So beauty, we just change the Y into I in order to add the FUL and turn this beauty, which is a noun, into an adjective, which is beautiful. And peace, it turns to be peaceful, which is full of peace, and this one full of beauty. Another suffix is less. We said before noun plus FUL means full of, too much, okay, but here noun plus less, it means without. It's the opposite, it's without, okay. So it adds the meaning of without to this noun, and it turns this noun into an adjective. Yeah, let's have an example. If you say careful, full of care, careless, without care, useful, yeah, it's very important for us. Useless it's of no use to us. Okay, so it forms the opposite of the word, the same word with ful. Ful, the opposite with less. We change the ful into less, so it becomes the opposite. One more thing, and the last thing is antonyms. Antonyms are opposites. The antonyms are opposites. Words with opposite meaning. Words with opposite meanings. Slow, yeah, the opposite of it is fast. So these are antonyms. Near, the opposite of it is far. So these are antonyms. Old, the opposite of it is new, or the opposite is modern. Boring and interesting. Thank you very much for being with us, and see you again. Bye bye.